Have you ever felt a presence within, a subtle voice that nudges you toward a particular path, especially in moments of uncertainty? Perhaps you've come across certain symbols or myths on your journey that resonate deeply within you. Why do these symbols affect us so powerfully? In Hermetic thought, these are seen as universal archetypes, patterns originating from the archetypal realm. They're more than just stories. They're reflections of our innermost potential, helping us recognize who we are, why we struggle, and what our soul's mission is. If this resonates, be sure to like and subscribe for more insights into these powerful symbols and how they can help unlock your true potential. Now, let's continue exploring these fascinating ideas. Archetypes act as spiritual blueprints or codes embedded in both us and the universe. Each archetype embodies a unique essence that we can connect with on our journey. Take, for instance, the hero archetype. One person might see it as a call to overcome obstacles, while another might view it as a source of self-doubt. By seeking to understand these archetypes, we begin to perceive them not as forces that control our every move, but as guides that reveal necessary truths about ourselves. Without this awareness, we may see life through a limited lens, feeling alienated by our struggles. But with an understanding of archetypes, we start to see them as allies on our path, capable of offering insight and direction where we need it most. Think of the archetypes as characters in a video game. Each has its own abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. When you play a video game, you don't automatically become the character, but you do interact with the character. You learn their traits, skills, and perspectives, which guide you through various challenges as you continue to play. When you understand that these archetypes are tools, you can choose how and when to engage with them. The power lies in you viewing the archetypes as guides rather than fixed parts of yourself that are impossible to change. Like selecting a character based on your goals and challenges in a game. You can tune into certain archetypes for wisdom that resonates with who you are and where you want to go. Which traits and archetypes might your character have or not have? Thinking about the archetypal realm from this perspective may reveal parts of yourself that are unrealized, but useful in your journey to self-awareness. Although the archetypal realm is not widely discussed among most or presented in mainstream media and film, many apply these principles nonetheless. Carl Jung, for example, used the concept of archetypes to empower his journey of self-discovery through dreams and psychological states. He examined symbols and archetypes within his dreams, ultimately arguing that archetypes should be understood, embraced, and transformed rather than feared and rejected. Recently, we've started to understand reality on a microscopic scale through quantum mechanics. Although quantum mechanics is complex, we can think of it as the universe's operating system, where our awareness influences what unfolds before us. Just as observing a particle can change its state, engaging with archetypes allows us to influence how they manifest in our lives. If our consciousness can shift particles, couldn't it also shift aspects of our personal lives, altering our future in the process? When you dream, your mind taps into an ocean of archetypal symbols. These symbols, shaped by your emotions and thoughts, imprint themselves on your consciousness, which in turn affects the reality you are presented with. Our inner world and emotional responses set the stage for how these archetypal energies appear in our waking life. When you're playing a video game, you press buttons on the controller to make things happen in the game. But things only happen because you press the buttons. You actively engage with the world through a specific medium, the controller. But the moment you press the button or focus your attention, the game world snaps into action. You make the character move, attack, jump, and so on. This is how our awareness works in the quantum realm. Observing or thinking about something forces it to choose a state or outcome. The universe waits for you to make the first move. Just as in a game, the environment responds directly to your input. Your thoughts, emotions, and decisions, like the controller, become the medium. Your awareness is the key to unlocking those potential states and directing the flow of the game, or in this case, the flow of your conscious reality. This means that your thoughts, feelings, and emotions influence how the archetypal realm shows up in your life. Just like how pressing a button in a game can unlock new levels or actions, examining archetypes on your path allows you to transcend the mundane into a world of pure potential and realization. The idea that our awareness has the power to shift our reality isn't new to scientists and philosophers. Meet Goswami, a retired physicist professor turned consciousness researcher, explores the idea that consciousness has power over our reality, much like an operating system. In his book, The Self-Aware Universe, Goswami argues that consciousness doesn't just observe, but also co-creates reality at the quantum level. This idea is closely tied to archetypal psychology, where symbols and archetypes represent deeply embedded patterns within human consciousness. Various experiments have explored the impact of intention and consciousness on physical processes in the world. Parapsychologist Dean Radin observed that group meditation and focused intention could alter random number generators, implying that collective mental focus might influence physical systems. Similarly, neuropsychologist Jacobo Grinberg's work on non-local brain responses showed that two individuals meditating together could share synchronous brainwave patterns even when separated. This points to a level of interconnectivity that science had considered impossible until now. Most mysteriously, Grinberg disappeared in December of 1994. His body was never found. Emotions play a key role in materializing our reality, serving as powerful imprints or signatures on our consciousness. Emotions are more than fleeting experiences. They anchor the lessons we encounter, creating a bridge between our minds, bodies, and spirits. These emotional imprints link us to a greater collective consciousness. A moment of courage in your life can resonate with the hero archetype that many have connected with over centuries. When we align with these archetypes, we harmonize with energies that transcend time, connecting with wisdom that echoes from the past to the present. Who shows up as the hero in your life? Is there someone who has shaped your understanding of courage or bravery in ways that have resonated with you? Perhaps it's your parents, teachers, or friends. Maybe the hero is you. Reflecting on which archetypes you are tied to emotionally allows you to learn about yourself while appreciating the role others play in your life. It serves as a powerful reminder that once we harness the wisdom of the archetypes, we are never truly alone in our journey. Another ancient tool that helps us connect with archetypal energies is sacred geometry, a language of shapes and patterns found in nature and across cultures. Symbols like the flower of life and Metatron's cube carry archetypal energy, revealing deeper patterns in our reality. Each shape has its own energetic essence. A triangle might represent unity and resilience, aligning with the sage archetype. The flower of life might remind us of our interconnectedness, of tapping into the archetypal consciousness of all who came before us. Meditating on these geometric forms aligns us with universal energies, expanding our awareness. By reflecting on these symbols, we connect to the archetypal energies within them. Once these energies are realized by us, we can begin transforming them. Imagine sacred geometry as the source code behind the video game, the invisible system that connects our world and governs how it operates. Every action, interaction, and object in the game follows a set of rules that shape how it unfolds. These rules aren't visible to the player at first, but they're always present, guiding the game's structure, logic, and flow. This is how sacred geometry appears in our reality. It's the fundamental structure of the universe, the invisible framework that facilitates the interaction of energy matter, and consciousness. Just as a game developer codes the landscapes, characters, and physics within a game, sacred geometry codes the universal patterns that form the landscape of our reality. We see these patterns everywhere, in the growth of plants, the structure of our galaxies, and even the rhythms of our own bodies. When you meditate on sacred geometry, you access the game's source code. You tune into the alignment of the very universe. In his book, A Beginner's Guide to Constructing the Universe, Michael Schneider examines the nature and impact of sacred geometry and our perception of reality. Schneider argues that geometric patterns can be interpreted as universal symbols, which connect even the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. According to Schneider, sacred geometry underpins the very structure of the universe. It gives us a language by which we come to know things as they are, not merely as they appear to us. Certain archetypes, like the victim or the shadow, can create cycles of self-doubt or fear. Others, such as the hero or sage, can encourage growth. Recognizing these patterns empowers us to reframe and redirect their influence in our lives. Much like observing a particle can change its path, recognizing the archetypes within us can transform our perception of ourselves and our experiences in the world. To practice inner alchemy is to transmute the influences of archetypes, shifting them from barriers into stepping stones. The shadow doesn't have to limit you. Instead, it can guide you towards necessary inner work, revealing the areas where growth or change are most needed in your journey. Instead of seeing the hero as an archetypal energy and force that is unattainable to you, see it as a challenge to emulate. By embracing the archetypal realm, we awaken to our role as co-creators in a universe where mind and matter exist together. We're not just individuals on separate journeys, but part of a greater cosmic design, which waits for us to realize it. Each of us has the potential to turn inward, explore these archetypal energies, and alchemize their influence. In the end, the alchemist's journey is about transforming the self. There's duality in us all. Who do we become when it matters most? These archetypes, these forces, they don't just reflect who we are. They invite us to see who we can become. What aspects of your own character might you alchemize? Remember, you are the alchemist. You have been all along. You simply need to realize it. If this video resonated with you, join us in our journey towards spiritual fulfillment and self-awareness. By subscribing and turning our notifications on, you join a conscious community of individuals who seek meaning in life through ancient wisdom, just like yourself. More importantly, by subscribing, you support us in our mission to make this wisdom as accessible as possible to all who search for it. Until next time.